I've got Professor Mrinal Kanti Chakma, who's the director of Indian Institute of Business Management and Research in Kolkata. And he came here to deliver the lecture on Indo-Vietnam relationship. And today we are celebrating the 133rd birth centenary of Ho Chi Minh, and on a special day, which is Indian Museum Day. Sir, you talked about the peace process, which started from Vietnam. And as a management expert, you also understand that in corporate sustainability, we are looking at how to address crisis management, right? Where a source of dialogue and interaction helps in mitigation of a lot of crisis management problems and damage control. So you mentioned about the Vietnamese monk who has walked all the way to resolve a lot of crisis situations in Myanmar. Could you just elaborate on that? And what
Not in Myanmar, in Nepal.
In Nepal, yes. Mm-hmm. So would you just elaborate on that?
Yes, that Buddhist monk named The Huyen Dieu, or popularly known as Dr. Lam in Bodh Gaya as well as in Nepal in Lumbini. So he worked deeply with the peace process in Nepal. During the conflicting time with the Maoists and the Nepalese army, he witnessed that that of so many innocent people, and that actually reminded him about the conflict in Vietnam, as he himself is a victim of Vietnam War. So he decided to do something, at least resolving the conflict in Nepal, and he himself engaged into that in single-handedly. He tried to contact many people, embassies, etc., but didn't find any clue how to reach to the guerrilla leader, Prachanda, the current Prime Minister of Nepal. And somehow he was able to reach there finally and convince him that the conflict is not the right way. Then with his call as well as his skill of resolving the conflict, he was able to bring both the parties there at Lumbini, the birthplace of the Buddha, and somehow convince them to follow the path of the Buddha. Because according to him, without peace, no progress can happen. Peace is the only way to lead the progress.
Yes, and how this can be extended into situations in the corporate world? How do you see management playing a role? Because we are looking for sustainability, and there are conflicts with climate change and the ecosystem and many other issues. So how do you see as this peace process, this dialogue, and the logical persuasion? Buddhism is all about logical persuasion also, and agnostic.
Yes, of course. The whole world is interconnected and interdependent.
Yes.
The system of our universe function in its own way. Unless and until we are able to understand the human mind and interaction of human mind with the environment, we are not in a position to resolve any crisis. It could be either in business environment, or it could be either at home level, or even the state level.
Okay.
One has to go deeper into the functioning of the human mind, and to understand that human mind, one has to actually meditate.
Yes.
And without concentration, without deep meditation, it is impossible to concentrate. And if there is no concentration, the level of understanding of the physical world as well as mental world cannot take place.
Yes, please.
So the best way is to follow the model of understanding our mind, because all our hatred and all our loving kindness, it happens in the mind first. So how the mind function is the most important. In business as well, we know there are many types of business. There is a difference between growth
Yes.
progress and as well as success. If you are growing, it doesn't mean that you are successful.
Yes.
You are progressing, it doesn't mean that it's beneficial for everyone.
Yes.
So to make a balance in this world, one has to really understand the mind functioning.
Functioning of mind. And then the key would be mindfulness or meditation, vipassana.
Vipassana meditation. And my Guruji pays lots of importance on this technique of meditation. And even at our management level also,
Yes.
we provide at least the minimum level of technique of meditation to the student so that they can cope up with the stress, so that they can concentrate in their study, so that they can understand the interaction of our present day's world and how the mind is functioning in different situations.
Yes. And you also mentioned about the pratyata samutpada, which is the dependent origination, that we are part of a larger network and each network is connected with other networks. So what is happening in one nodal point has a ripple effect across the entire system.
Yes, that is the fundamental basis of the teaching of the Buddha, of course. Nothing happens without any cause. And the causal relationship is extremely important. But again, understanding of that particular sutra has different level.
Yes.
Some people understand it only at superficial level, at mechanical level. Some people goes much deeper into it, and they goes, they understand the causal level of our all suffering and the causal level of our liberation from suffering. That is much deeper spiritual kind of thing. But common people, if they understand their mind, the functioning of their mind, the cause of suffering, and many of the suffering can be reduced.
Thank you, sir, for your time, and we hope to get in touch with you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.